Hey everyone, welcome to Kip TV. I am Kip. Today I have a special treat for you. We have Sigafoo in the studio. Sigafoo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, Kip?
I am doing just fine, and we are casting a 4v4 match for you today from Andyvich's 4v4 League. 4v4, the hottest thing to hit TF2 since, I don't know, the short circuit buff?
Sliced bread.
Sliced
bread hat. That's what it was.
That sounds about right. But anyway, we already have this mid-fight going on, and well, only one medic in the mix right now, and that is Lev from Team Meep, Merp, which are tagged up as Kerp, so I'm just going to call him Kerp. And then we have Team Jonesy, who's tagged up as Grandma, so I'm going to call him Grandma. But obviously 4v4, very, very serious action going on here.
Very serious.
What can you tell us about Railbridge? That's where we are right now.
People have kind of compared it to Badlands. It's kind of an interesting map. It's kind of big while being small at the same time. There's not like really great sight lines to it. And there's a lot of kind of different interesting angles that you can take on it, but none of them are really that long. So yeah, it was a really fun map to play. Very different.
And 4v4 we see the only medic or heavy are allowed, so you can't have both at one time. We also see some interesting unlocks being used. We have the Beggar's Bazooka. We also have one spy going crazy right there. Fonzie just takes down Lev and Libby, so half of the team. 2k and you take down half the team. That's pretty nice.
That's a pretty nice spy play, yeah, definitely. It's kind of interesting that, or is that Jonesy? Yeah, they're still choosing to run. Actually, I guess they're still not running a medic. I've never seen a team do this, but they're finding some success with it. They did lose a minute on the point, but they're starting to cap it back right now. So we'll see if they're able to get this capped and able to hold on without a medic still.
Yeah, and the thing is, you wouldn't run a medic because then you would run the heavy, right? But they don't have neither, so.
Right. That's the thing is like they're not choosing to like not run a medic for more firepower. They're choosing not to run medic for like pick class. First they had sniper, then they ran spy. But apparently when you can just butter knife, why do you need a medic?
I know, right?
That's what I always say.
Fonzie's doing work, or Fonzie or whatever. He is, having a little bit of fun leading the server right now in points and getting another backstep on the point right there. All right, fine, I'll get on your cam, Fonzie.
Oh, he is doing work. I'm really surprised. Meep might want to consider running a pyro to deal with this, because right now they don't really have an answer for him, and he's just running around butter knifing and backstabbing anything he can get a hold of.
Did a little damage right there to left. Now, not many people know this. Well, you're known for being an engineer main, but you were a spy main before that. Have you run a spy on 4v4?
Yeah, I have. It's actually really nice because usually, especially if you don't have a pyro, there's not a lot of people to bump into. There's a lot less going on, so it makes it a lot easier to focus on the target that you want. I mean, to some degree, that makes it harder to stab, but you just pick your right time. It's more of a distraction-based thing, and it's much more clear when to attack than with like Highlander, where it's so kludgy and everything's going on at once. So, I kind of enjoyed for that nature. And looks like Jonesy again. They went off spy. They're now to a sniper. They just lost the point though. They did take a good chunk of time off holding the point for a minute 30. So I'm kind of curious to see if they'll be able to take this back without a medic. They're losing 2 already, trying to get back the point. And that medic again proving its usefulness by keeping its team alive, taking out 2 people.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see a quick appearance right there from the train. So obviously, Railbridge are a very serious map when you have a train. It can kill you if you're on its tracks. Right?
I was killed by it.
No. You don't have to admit that, Sigafoo. No one knew it until you said something.
I just want to seem like a common person. Gotta relate to the
common
people.
folk. So that's interesting. Also, a new development is we do have Grandma pulling out the heavy, so getting that instead of the health. It doesn't matter. Huge sticky comes in from June to get a 2k after there's a ton of damage gone down, and now Blue has a good advantage point, or a good player advantage to get onto the point, and now they have everybody up and will be taking it back. So do you think the train takes away from the seriousness that is 4v4, or does it add?
Well, I think 4v4 is still like it's such a new brand of game style that it's kind of not taken super seriously right now. But I don't know. I kind of like the train. It's always just a little bit of randomness to the map that I don't know. I would kind of wish more maps had just like a random train running through it. It's fun. Come on, medics can die to it. Like that's a great like part of the game.
Oh, I don't know if you're seeing this, but Fonzie is running the market gardener and the rocket jumper. Not able to get a medic kill right there, but yeah, so seeing some interesting strategies coming out here in terms of weapon selection and stuff, but obviously people having fun with this match, but that's... I think need to play Koth Trainsaw Laser in 4v4.
Yeah.
We'll do that for next season.
A lot of death. Yeah, I don't know. What's kind of interesting here is I'm kind of thinking on it. I don't know if I've seen this medic pop Uber once, so I don't know if he's just... Like, he is going down, he must be going down a lot, because I think maybe one Uber pop out of him. He's able to keep alive, get the point here. They have 11 seconds left, and they have 90% Uber, so they should be able to hold this out. It has, Jonesy is switching players mid-game, so looks like the medic worked out to their favor. Kind of curious if Jonesy's going to turn around and try to do a medic to try to match them.
Now, what do you play to in Andyvich's 4v4 league?
It's just standard, same as UGC. 3 is half, 4 is win, so just first to 4.
All right, so we'll see. Meep, Moop, Merp coming out with the first win victory, and that medic definitely, yeah, playing a huge role right here. And I was interested to see when Jonesy pulled out that heavy, but then the heavy got targeted immediately and went down, so they didn't pull that out for more than once. Anyway, Dovahkiin coming in there and getting a nice takedown of the enemy. Dumbamana one-shots the Pyro right there, so I don't think it's fair to have a Dovahkiin on your team, but there are no dragons in TF2, so I guess it's okay. So I was just playing a lot of Skyrim. Just a lot of Skyrim.
A lot of Skyrim. You don't need to admit that on here. Nobody's going to know, if you don't admit it.
Well played. Well played.
Thank you. It's my day job. Alright, well, it looks like Red got the point captured there. The low health, they're going to run away and probably going to trade the point back to Blue. But with the medic, they can get buffs, push back with their man advantage that they have right now. They might even be able to block this, actually.
Able to get some time on there, but not able to completely block it right there.
Yeah. Looks like they're going back. They started out the game going 4 actual damage dealing classes, and now they're kind of going back to the 3 damage and then 1 pick class. So they have 1 sniper kind of mixing up with it.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time trying to figure out the meta right here because the other times I've casted 4v4 before, it was more of when this was Andyvich was just trying this format out and just had a bunch of people playing and trying out different unlocks and stuff like that, and it was pretty much chaos. But it feels like there's a little bit more strategy going on now, which is surprising to me that it evolved so quickly. Did you guys plan?
Yeah, the kind of strategy we had was basically like, you have your combo, usually made up of like 3 classes. So it's like our demo medic and then our kind of soldier who would kind of roam a little bit away from the medic but keep pretty close. And then I'd be on scout, like taking the flank basically, because there's so much space that you can take for free because no one's there. It's such an empty map, especially when teams push together. It's really easy to pinch them from behind, because wow. I said that out loud. Anyways,
I didn't.
Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah. So anyways, basically the idea is that if they push together, you can get behind them and flank them, and you can do damage from 2 different spots at once, which is very effective. Anyways. So that's kind of the strategy that my team developed, and it's worked pretty well until we ran into a Pyro, which we didn't know how to counter. So.
Ooh. Now, have you run NG at all?
I have. Yeah, actually I ran it in this game a little bit.
Oh!
It felt kind of mean.
It does, and I was curious, but a really nice pinch coming out there from Team Jonesy, pulling the heavy back out and able to get in there, and then a nice stab by Fonzie taking down Dovahkiin, and finally they have this advantage to push back, to put time on the point to get it ticking down. Remember, they are down 1-0. So,
go ahead.
I'm just curious about this no medic thing, and just now running that heavy. I'm guessing there's no medic mains on their team, but at the same time, we've seen out of Lev not many Uber pops. You were saying some comment about that before. I did see him pop once this round, but But in general, it's just about keeping your players alive and giving them overheals, where you don't necessarily have to be the best medic in the world to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as you're just kind of providing those heals, you can kind of let your players do the work. And I realize now he's kind of jumping around a lot. Look, he's 400 ping, the red medic.
Oh, wow.
So it might be a little bit of the cause of why he's kind of struggling a little bit to stay alive.
There you go. Yeah, definitely. Oh, and we have an NG out here. Looks like Gonzi has gone NG. He's just the one who just switched in after the first round, so only has 2 points right now, but actually has the short circuit equipped. There's a discussion for another time, but this is post buff, pre-fix.
Yeah, post-buff. Well, fix is really, I mean...
Oh, pre-nerf.
I struggle with the word nerf.
Oh, boy.
Like, it's like... I don't know. It's still pretty freaking powerful. It just...
I don't want to start a thing. I don't want to start a thing, Sigafoo.
Yeah, we'll spare her. Come on, let's get the YouTube comments. Let's get him going.
Regardless, Gonzi went down right there. He started building up a level 1, which I feel like has a little bit more respect than a mini sentry, but he went down and so did it. Now Red Med left alone after everybody near him dies, but still able to get some time on the point, hooking up with his demo man and scout right there. So again, it is Team Kerp or Team Moop, Merp, whatever, that is in control of the point.
Yeah, it seems that the problem with Jonesy is even though they're kind of trying out this meta of having more firepower, less healing, it's not really working out for them because I don't think when they work together, they're focusing targets. Like, it seems to happen more accidentally than like on purpose. They seem to run out one by one, they get picked off, because if you run out one by one, especially with the team, going against somebody who has a buff, you're probably going to lose that fight. And I think that's really what's doing them in. It's not to say that the no medic thing can't work. I think it's just that currently they're just being solo. They're just kind of all doing their own thing. And it's not really working out for them.
Yeah, and I just saw a heavy flying through the air. I don't even know how that happened, but... oh, we have a train coming. Oh, train! No, okay. But with a few seconds left, we are going to have Gonzi coming and trying to protect the point, or trying to get time on the point. The medic is super hurt, and Lev actually does go down, but it's to a backstab from Funzy, who comes in heavy with the Gruer out, but he can't stop it, so we are 2-0. And Team Meep, Moop, Merp, Kerp is in the lead. Still.
Yeah. Now they're opting for 2-pick classes, so we'll see how that works out for them.
All right. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, no, Natasha heavy.
All right. Wait, Natasha heavy?
I'm pretty sure he's Natasha. I thought it sounded like one.
Jonesy's?
Yeah, Jonesy, Natasha heavy, yeah. Oh, in the flank! He's on the flank! He's on the medic!
Can he get the kill? Does about half damage right there to Lev.
But he scared him, and that's what counts.
And then he went down right there, so a nice cleanup by Dovahkiin. But Lev survived that with about 85%. So, I mean, what can you do when you do have an Uber on this map?
I mean, it's kind of one of those ones, there's not a lot of threats to kill you. I mean, unless they oh, wait, we might see us. Oh, almost got the pyro kill on the train right there. But really, it's kind of a holding game. You don't need to pop it as much. You don't need to worry about it as much because, like, there's spies and snipers are less likely to be run. It's easy to keep track if the spy sniper is up because you can keep track of how many players are out and where they are. So I think it's mostly like keep kind of holding it and then using it aggressively to kind of take ground. But I don't think you have to be as scared, like compared to like Sixers or Highlander, about like something bad happening. Because you can see it coming ahead of time.
So is quick fix allowed?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit OP, this game mode.
Speaking of OP, I'm on the Fonzie cam, and he's running that circuit just continually pressing down. I can't be on his cam anymore because that is incredibly loud.
There's also actually, what's interesting is that I'm fairly certain that it was actually banned during the time of this match. After it got buffed, they banned it the next week. I think this was the first week it was banned, but if you had the older configs. It was also Babyface Blaster got banned after, I think, like the second week as well. But you gotta have some fun while you can still still have it on there.
I
Why
think
not?
that's what the theory was, at least all engineer mains I know, or people who decided to be an engineer main during the brief time of the short circuit
Those
rain.
poor people.
Oh yeah, those bastards. Anyway, we did see the Uber pop just to keep Lev alive right there, so yeah, doing well, but oh.
The scout cleaver with the bonk. I love it.
It's a good combo. Are there any unusual combinations of weapons that you've seen really work here on 4v4?
You know, not particularly. I mean, I said kind of having a pyro, especially like a competent pyro, can be really devastating. Because you can basically like you're very effective if you're kind of a pocket. You know, you get healed and you're able to shut down the soldier by yourself. You know, but besides that, kind of crazy loadouts, not particularly. I've seen a lot of what's the bomb demo man gun?
The what? Sorry?
The cannonball one.
Oh yeah, the.
That I've seen that more often, you know, a few times. I think some people are trying that out in this format as well. I'm not sure how effective it is, but people are trying it out.
Yeah, I've seen some equals one running that a lot. But he goes down right there as blue team finally pulls out the medic. Gonzi has gone medic, has a 40% overcharge right now, and they finally captured the point for the first time this round. So they have 3 minutes left on the clock to tick down.
You see the kill from the short circuit on the medic?
Oh god.
It was interesting. The very medic's trying to uber cell while he's trying to short circuit.
I'm so sad I missed that. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad. But anyway, so yeah, Gonzi has gone that med route, and also running the Crusader's crossbow, so having heals in 2 ways, whereas Lev was running the needles before. So looking like they really want those heals now, which is so funny, considering there's a full 2 minutes left on the clock to defend for, and they're running that level 1 sentry gun. So really interesting choices now out of Team Jonesy, and we'll see how they if they can save them, as they are down 2-0 and running out of time right here in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I think running an engineer is actually like kind of an interesting play. I mean, even without the short circuit. God, that was loud. And just because of the fact that you're now creating a 5th person to shoot, basically. If you kind of run it as not as a kind of like level 3, but more as a level 1, crouching tiger hidden sentry gun kind of a thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. It was good.
It was really good. You know, running sentries on top of trees, you know, that kind of thing. Anyways, and so, yeah, basically, I think that's kind of an interesting idea to run as an engineer, because it just creates kind of 5 things you have to shoot instead of 4. Especially when you have the advantage of the point and, like, your high ground or yada yada yada. It can really be a nice advantage for you.
What is
or
this aggression? What? Somebody like turned on the lights or something at Camp Jonesy, and they woke up and they're like, "Hey, we gotta win this thing." Yeah, doing some camping, running that medic, popping that Uber right outside spawn. Interesting action right here. We'll see if we can save them. But less than a minute left right there for Jonesy, and they do have that level 1 sentry gun. It looks like they're not going to build it up, so it looks like kind of being a polite thing. Yeah, we're not going to put a level 3 out here, but there's a level 1, so your scout's going to get screwed. Oh, never mind. Dovahkiin Fusro that and is out of there. So Red finally comes out of spawn right now. Liebly going down, and Lev taking a lot of damage, but he has gone pyro right now, so no heals on the Team Red. So interesting. Maybe they think only one team can be running a med at a time.
Well, I mean, maybe they're just like, all we need to do is take back the point. Maybe they're getting frustrated, getting stuck in spawn.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, they only got, I mean, there's only 10 seconds left in this clock. They have to take it back, and it would not surprise me if Jonesy comes back here, takes back the point, and wins the game, gets their first round.
They do have quite the player advantage as in comes Jonesy, Soldier Jonesy right there to clean off the point. Only Liebly alive. He's going to try to do some soldier action of his own, but he is 3v1, and that will be the point. Time ticking down, and that is going to be the round right there for Jonesy. So you were right. Chalk went up to Sigafoo.
Yeah, apparently Jonesy ran a medic and they found success. Or you could say Jonesy ran an engineer and found success. I like that storyline better, actually. Let's go with that.
All right. Well, yeah, we will definitely go with that considering who's casting. But they're running the same lineup again, it seems. Lev has gone back to medic, though, for Team Merp. Merp, Moop, whatever. Hey, what's your team's name?
We are the Fantastic Four.
Ah, there we go. I was thinking with the 4v4, you have to do something with pun or something with 4. So I guess Fantastic Four is pretty good.
Yeah, we get all named up. It's great.
Oh,
Human
really?
Torch, yeah, the Invisible Girl or whatever. I don't know.
Are you the Invisible Girl?
I think so. At least I never get noticed.
Oh, that's the role of an NG. Oh man, but Fonzie's getting those short circuit kills. Oh my god, that's the 4th one, I think. I wonder. Yeah. Anyway,
He's definitely doing work with it.
I don't know if it's work or if it's just maybe his
Or M1.
Yeah, he's just maybe his M1 stuck down, and usually he plays pyro, but they can only run 1 pyro. So, no, I'm sure he's. Definitely engineers have found creative ways to make that short circuit a part of the game in the short 2 weeks that it was. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that, Sigafoo, so stop talking about that, Sigafoo. Good. All right. Level 1 on the point. Well, it goes down right there. But Red finally getting some time onto the point. Well, stacking it up right now. We'll see if they can continue getting time. Lev, still running that medic at about 40%. Now, are crits allowed?
Crits are allowed. Every medigun but quick fix is allowed.
So Vaccinator.
Yes. So that's actually one of the main med ones that we use, actually.
Really? So your team has found success with that?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, not being able to, you can stop the damage, especially if, like, for instance, like the scout's down or something like that. You can turn it on. If you're going up against a soldier in demo, we'll turn on explosive damage. You basically are, like, a lot harder to get killed, especially the medic not dying. And then the player who's healing is not dying can give you a really big advantage for that. Because there's not usually that multiple sources of damage coming at you at once, so you can kind of use it to help lower the damage you're taking.
That's true. That's interesting. I think one of the downfalls of the nice flank in here from Jonesy, take down Lev, and he's just going to get right out of there. But I think one of the hardest parts of the Vaccinators is that no league allows it, so there's no reason to practice it in competitive, and no reason to really run it outside of pubs. And even in pubs, you don't see it a lot. So if you do want to run it in this 4v4, you have to be pretty comfortable and familiar with the ways to switch through and when to switch and all that stuff. So definitely kind of intimidating to run it.
Yeah, I've actually, that's actually a weapon I don't have. I've never actually been able to play with it.
See, there you go. And see, I can't stand the noise it makes. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me, so I never run it either. So we would be terrible 4v4 medics, I guess is
Well, there you go.
Meanwhile, poor Lev got caught out all by himself and does go down, and we're going to see a little bit more Pyro spawn camping, but he runs into a level 1 sentry gun, but Bronzy gets the kill on Lebly. Oh, man. That Pyro's funny.
It looks like Merp is attempting to copy them now, running their own engineer. Basically, same loadout, except Jonesy on blue is running a Pyro, whereas on red, they're running a Demo Man, but I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to find success with engineer on their side as well.
Well, we wish success to NGs everywhere, right? We can't discriminate.
No, not at all. The engineer needs to get a little bit more forward. I know that, where is he back there? He's kind of like, okay, he's building, so he's going the other route, which is to kind of build a gun further back and try to build it up. But I really don't think that's, you need to play more like a mini sentry where you kind of just put it down and then use your shotgun and then kind of wait for it to build. Though he's going to move the level 2 above point.
I love
Hopefully
it.
He doesn't get hit by the train. Oh wait, no, he's getting
he's going to get caught out. He's got to choose, is it him or his gun? It looks like it's going to be both as Bronzy takes down both. Oh, I thought for sure he would survive, but he doesn't. Couldn't leave his baby to die. But yeah, I do like the idea of just having a big ol' level 2 or level 3 up there, but again, the positioning is going to get it hit by a train no matter what. Yeah, if you want it anywhere looking overlooking the point, it's going to get hit. That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Jonesy's finding their jive here. Looks like they're on their way to get the second win with a 2-minute time advantage, and basically, yeah, they're going to win this round. So really good comeback by them. They're really kind of finding their jive, if you will, their mojo. I don't know.
I think I like jive better.
Jive? Okay.
I'll go jive. They're chives. Yeah, but yeah, we're tied up 2-2, and from the first 2 rounds, it definitely didn't seem like Jonesy would have a say in this at all.
And it looks like Merp's medic, who is lagging, they're switch around some players or something's going on. So they're gonna be a little bit slow to mid here on red if they get to mid at all. Looks like.
There's accusations of ghosting going on. That'd be pretty lame. What's the prize for winning this league?
A lot of pride.
Oh,
I think that's about it.
I could use some of that. I wanted it for Christmas, but I didn't get it. But
oh, that's a shame. I wanted to try too, but then I was an engineer, and all I got was, I don't know, something was happening with that, and then I just lost it. So we'll just go with that.
Okay,
it looks like
we'll go
we've
with
got
it.
a Tomislav heavy odd point here up top.
A nice roof like takes him down. So Bronzy is our pyro now. Has he always been our? Oh my goodness! But train kill.
Did Train get a kill?
Train did get a kill, and Lev is running the back burner. I think I saw that before though. When he's not medic, he's back burner pyro. So yeah, why not? I mean, same thing, right?
Just WM went to the short circuit. I like it. Looks like, yeah, Red's having some technical issues here, having their heavy leg out. Yeah, so I don't know, they're kind of really struggling now. It's not a lot of action going on. Kind of really, the game is really kind of slowed down this round.
Yeah, so we could talk more about 4v4 in general. Do you like it? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I actually really enjoy it. I think it's a really interesting concept as a thing because basically, you know, the thing I don't like about 6v6 is how rigid it is. You know, it's like you're running a scout, a demo, two soldiers, and a medic, and that's the way it is. And sometimes you can go sniper, but not really. And if you do that, you're kind of rude to switch off classes. Or if you go pyro, you're rude to go pyro. Like,
or you're insane.
Yeah, or it's like it's bad strategy, or like you're hated upon. And what I like about 4v4 is it's like there's no guideline yet. There's no like proper, and I don't think there will ever be one. You know, because of so few classes. I think that you're going to constantly you can situationally change constantly, and I think that's such an interesting idea of a format. You know, it's not so rigid, and it's also clean and simple, kind of similar to Sixes, whereas Highlander's chaos. I'm not gonna like it more than Highlander probably, but I really like the kind of mixture of that, like the best of Highlander and Sixes together.
That's interesting. I could definitely see that. Yeah. I think. But yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying about Sixes, like the meta already being so rigid and stuff, and it's only in these lower divisions that you see people maybe off-classing pyro and full time, or running NG to mid or something like that, and you get things that are really exciting and fun to watch in Sixes when you do have that action. And bringing that to here, I think, is really interesting. We'll see if maybe some strategies like feed back and forth. I don't know how much Highlander can learn from 4v4, but I'm certain that Sixes can learn something. Alright, we're seeing a lot of action right now, so both teams have kind of woken up, and we have a battle going here in the 5th round as we, whoever wins this, then will take us into a halftime, as first to 4 will win it all.
Yeah, it looks like Red's barely holding on to the point here, as Blue's kind of trying to cap it with the Tomislav heavy point with the soldier, but Red's got high ground right now, so they should be able to spam them out. Oh! Nice headshot from Fonzie there.
Yep, that's what I'm calling him. But yeah, he's running sniper right there. So they're both running heavies. So we have no heals. Just a lot of death. Just a lot of death. Interesting.
A lot of death.
It's just this death all over, and it's so weird. And we do have a sandwich, so the sandwich is legal.
Yeah, sandwich is legal, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, because one of the times Andyvich was running his one of his tournaments, the sandwich was not legal, but I think that was probably the time when both medic and heavy were allowed. So he's been like fussing with the ways to arrange these this format for a while, and I wonder if it's now that it's going to go be a UGC format. I wonder if it's finally made it, or if it still needs a little tinkering. I don't know. What do you think? Anything to be tinkered with in terms of weapons, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's gonna be. I mean, I think that it's definitely gonna evolve, and there's gonna have to be things. You know, I kind of am happy that they're taking the Highlander approach, which is kind of generally allow everything and only kind of ban the things which are like really egregious. You know, there's only probably about maybe like 10, 20 items banned. that's probably even high. I'm probably misquoting it, but I really like that idea of kind of like just let people have more weapons to find new metas, you know, versus sixes, which is to kind of like stifle that creativity. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's really cool that they're kind of doing that.
All right,
And
so
I think go ahead.
I was just gonna, where's the new meta in the Tomislav?
Silent heavy? I don't know. Maybe he just, you know, the idea is, I guess, if you're running around by yourself, you can spin up faster, especially if you're not like, because if you run into somebody, you can basically start shooting them right away, and as long as you're not getting on the lower DPS might be saved by the fact that you get to start shooting faster, and also you can hide, you can keep your gun revved up, but no one knows where you are.
So sneaky heavy. Coming soon to Highlander and sixes near you.
So sneaky heavy.
Oh, only 3 seconds on the clock right now for Jonesy, but Meep Merp is holding on as best as they can, but may not be enough. A nice reflect takes down someone, and Bronzy finishes off Liebly on the point, and now they just have to cap. No heals, they're all pretty hurt, but it may just be enough for this round. Doesn't look like Red's going to get the response in time, and that will take us to halftime, so we will be back right after this. And we're back with the second half. So we are 3-2, Team Jonesy in the lead. Can't remember what we were talking about when we stopped talking last round. It was literally seconds ago, but I have no idea. But anyway, looks like Team Merp is running that medic that helped them so much in the first 2 rounds. We'll see if Jonesy adapts at all again, or if they're going to stick to their guns, which were not mediguns. They're just regular shooty guns.
Well, I gotta say, with this opening round, I've seen this happen pretty much every time, which is that the Merp scout will just run straight away across the point, like not trying to go in for a one-on-one kill, or sometimes running into multiple people, and just usually getting himself killed. I think if he just kind of was a little bit more patient and kind of waited for something else to kind of happen as a distraction, so you can take a one-on-one with an advantage, or take a flank to get a kill. He's just being a little bit too aggressive here, I think, on the start, though. Merp was able to take the midpoint despite.
Lev actually staying alive. Sniper had him in his shot for quite a while, but not able to pull the trigger, so Lev does have this 100% Uber ready to go. What was that?
Intimidation.
Okay. So there's a huge mental aspect to this game that we can't even really get into right now. It's just too huge. But yeah, go for that again. Regardless, Uber's popped, so maybe for force Uber pop. But
I don't know. I get scared when people teleport in front of me, so I don't know. It's,
I like it, I think. Because it is an intimidation factor. It's, hey, I'm here, and then I'm gone, and you can use it to force Ubers. I'm not exactly sure if that's what happened right there, but...
I mean, I think it could be an interesting idea. It's like to distract, like you get shot at, you bust it out, and then somebody else is flanking at the same time. But, I don't know. It's, yeah, that's a thing.
That's a thing. There we go.
So, Blue's holding on to the point for quite a while. Jonesy, or, no, that's, Merp there holding on to the point. They did switch colors. Took a minute 30 off the time, which is pretty dang good. And Merp just needs one more to win, correct?
No, Jonesy does.
Oh man, I'm all turned around.
Maybe I'm all turned around. I don't know. We'll just keep casting until they stop playing. That's how I usually roll.
And then they cast it for 1 more hour.
Oh no. Regardless, we have a nice jump in here from Gonzi, trying to get the medic pick, not able to do so as he goes down, but did a good job pressuring right there and sends Lev running, who actually did eventually get finished off. The rest of his team will push onto the point, and looks like they will be successful in taking it back and start taking that time off. 1 minute 20. So yeah, looking good right here for Team Merp as they are trying to come back, we think, from 3-2. I think, at least. I don't know.
One of them is at 3. That is a thing we do know for certain.
That is a thing. That's going to be the motto of this cast. That is a thing.
That should just be the name right there.
Spoiler!
But,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, getting a really good push off here, taking back the point, using their number advantage to get the kills, and now Jonesy's Gonesi's chasing down the medic, not quite able to get him. He is shooting the ground. That is a thing he's doing right now. Very close, but he's getting away. So we'll see if they need to be able to shave at least a minute and a half off this point in order to try to have a good chance at winning this.
Jonesy coming in from behind, may be able to get the medic pick right here, but no, gets caught out running that black box, so that's definitely an alternative to running that med, if you want.
Yeah, I was actually running that the other day. It was actually kind of nice, you know, to not... I was playing a little bit away. Actually, I ran the black box and the conch. I thought that was kind of fun, just like constant heals.
Yeah, so that's definitely a way to get around. Were you running the heavy at the same time then? Was your team?
No, I just was kind of playing away from my med, and I'm also crap at the class, so
okay.
I can get some extra heals that way.
Alright. So we do have Blue coming back. Or Lev, I'm sorry, with about 90% charge, getting onto the point, but a little bit of red time as well, and he's being challenged like crazy, being pressured from Gonzi, who does eventually go down. Train goes by. And looks like Lev will survive to have this 100% Uber ready to go, and they only have to hold on for 40 more seconds, so easily could just pop it there. Girardi on the point, and he does have to pop it to save his life and his soldier. See if he can save his Demoman's life too, and does succeed. So a nice use of the Uber right there.
Yeah, really good save. A little bit of lack of coordination from Jonesy right there. They had high ground. They could have done a lot more damage than what they did, but it was a really good job by them with the counter Uber and then being able to save all of his players in that time.
So with only 10 seconds left, doesn't have a lot of health, and there's no health on this map. That's another really interesting feature of Railbridge, right? There's not a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like Lakeside, where it's kind of all in the corners of the map.
Yes, so you got the one up by where the train comes in. Oh, and you got some over... Okay, yeah, I get the sense of Lakeside. Alright. Oh, and then one in the little house right here. So I don't know, do you think this is a map that could be played with Highlander?
You know, I think it's a little bit... I'd be interested to see what it would look like. I think it's a little bit small, but I guess Viaduct is too. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it could be. I think it's a good map. I kind of like it. I'd be really curious to see with it. As without the long sight lines for snipers, I'm kind of okay with that. So,
yeah, I'll survive without those. Literally, I will. But yeah, so a nice mid-fight coming out here from Merp, keeping the med alive, although Red did get a lot of time on the point. Some good stickies coming down from someone to really clear the point off. However, they did let the sniper get in behind him, and he is running that Huntsman. Gets arrow through Lev, I think, who takes half damage and will have to fall back. So it's just sniper versus Demoman on the point, and that's always a thrilling battle. But we do have Fonzie, who's running Crits med, so I think that's the first time we've seen Crits, so we'll see if he can get that charge up, because that could be definitely interesting in such a small map where there's not a lot of room to run away from Crit stickies.
Yeah, and I just realized that this point has not been captured. This has been a very long mid-fight.
Yeah, it looks like Merp is going to get finally enough people onto the point right now that they will cap it, but that definitely took a long time. Red did lose their medic right there, and Lev staying alive will have this Uber ready to go soon, but gotta hold it for a full 3 minutes, and we are tied up 4-4 right now. Is that what we decided? No, 3-3.
Yeah, we're 3-3. Yeah,
we're
3-3. Yep.
So whoever takes this round will take the match. Some nice pressure from the Pyro on Jonesy, pressures the Uber out of Blue. So just stuck kind of defending this point awkwardly, and Medic's a little bit out of position right here, but it's a nice sticky comes in to help him out. Funzy is taken out right there. Only sniper alive for Red, and not for long.
And yeah, really nice cleanup by Merp right there, just kind of taking him out. The first two kind of came close together, but as that's kind of the coordination that I was talking about earlier, is that if they just kind of all waited just 3 seconds to kind of push in together, they're all kind of pushed in succession, but they're always just a little bit delayed from each other. If they just waited, they actually probably would have taken that point back.
Do you find that the comms are a lot quieter with 4v4?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I guess when I'm also used to Highlander, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I guess I don't know compared to sixes. They definitely are pretty. They're much simpler. It's much easier to follow. Coordinating attacks I found is much easier, especially because I kind of work on the flank. So I want to attack when my other team is attacking. Like that's the only time I usually want to attack, unless I have like an opportunity. And I find it much easier to coordinate because everything's so much simpler. Or I can just listen to game sound. Because again, like there's not a lot going on, so you can just hear the action going on, and then kind of go off of that. You don't have like 8 people trying to relay where the sniper is at the same time.
That's very interesting. We also saw just a nice flank right there out of Dovahkiin, putting some pressure on, not able to get the... Actually, Jonesy did go down right there, so did get the med pick on the opposing team. We'll see if that helps out, but his team right now, all it has to do is just sit pretty on the point for another 45 seconds, and they will take this match. It's been a pretty close one considering it feels like it's slow, but again, it's 4v4, so there's never... Even if everybody's doing something, and even if everybody's taking on a 1v1, there's only going to be 4 fights we're trying to keep track of. So I feel like it's a lot slower and like calmer, but in fact, a lot is happening in very, very short amount of time, just as much as Highlander and sixes.
Definitely, and really good job by the scout there coming in on the flank during the attack on red, trying to clean it up. Looks like red is going to prevail here, taking across the point. Medic getting out, though, saving that 60% advantage that they have right now. They should be able to take back this point with only 5 seconds remaining. Yeah, or Jonesy can have the perfect 3-minute holds.
Oh, hard in any format you take. If they do that, if they want to do that, and you'd think they'd want to, they've got to run medic right here, but don't see that in their future. Still see that Huntsman Sniper, which I'm not completely sure about, but now that he went down, maybe they'll get coming back up, respawn. But the 100% Uber is ready to go for blue. All they have to do is just hold on for 5 seconds, and they have everybody up right now, too.
Yeah, they have Uber advantage, they have player advantage, they have spawn advantage.
They have train advantage! Train just took down Jonesy right there, so that's 1 player out of the way. And train advantage. Oh, that's train advantage. In comes Pyro trying to air blast everybody off, but goes down. It was a gallant effort, but not able to do so. In comes Sniper again, trying to make something happen right there, but it looks like Team Meep, Moop, Merp will prevail with 2 seconds left on the clock, and will take this round and the match. So that is GG. Congratulations to Team Meep, Moop, Merp, or Kerp. But well played from Jonesy. So a lot of interesting strategies seen out of there. Sigafoo, any last thoughts?
Go try 4v4 if you haven't already. Definitely get in the league. It's easy to pick up, it's easy to play, and it's a lot of fun.
Definitely. And if you're watching this before January 12th, 3 p.m. Central Time on January 12th, Sal is going to be bringing us his show match of 4v4. I'm going to be helping him cast that. 3 p.m. January 12th. Let's say that one more time. And then also the UGC 4v4 season will be starting up soon. Look here for coverage. Also, TurboCop has been bringing coverage as well. And Sal has casted a few games as well. So, oh my god, that short circuit. Okay, we're gonna go now. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sigafoo, thanks so much for joining me here on Kip TV. Loved having you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a good day.